Hello and welcome. Today we're jumping into a really important topic, artificial intelligence. Specifically, we're going to talk about the incredibly clever new scams that are powered by it, and most importantly, how you can navigate this new world feeling safe and totally confident.
So let me ask you this. Have you gotten a call or a text recently that just felt a little weird? A little off? If so, you're definitely not alone. Scammers have gotten their hands on a brand new, powerful tool and, well, it's making them more convincing than ever. Let's break down how you can stay one step ahead of them.
All right, first things first, before we can really get into spotting the scams, we kind of have to understand the tool they're using. So what in the world is artificial intelligence, or AI, anyway?
In simple terms, AI is just a computer system that learns by finding patterns in massive amounts of information. That's how it can do things like answer your questions, write an email, or even hold a conversation that sounds surprisingly human. You're actually already using it all the time, probably without even realizing it, in things like fraud alerts from your bank or that navigation app on your phone.
And really, this is the heart of the issue, isn't it? AI is this incredible tool. The same technology that can help you find a new recipe or create a personal fitness plan can, in the wrong hands, be turned around to build some really convincing and dangerous scams.
So, let's get into how the game has really changed. Because AI hasn't just given scammers a few new tricks. It's basically handed them an entirely new playbook.
Remember how we all learned to spot the old scams? The terrible spelling, the dear sir or madam greetings. Well, AI pretty much erases all those classic warning signs. It can write perfect, personalized emails. It can create fake images, so-called deepfakes, that look completely real. And, what's maybe the most unsettling, it can clone a person's voice from just a small audio clip, making it sound exactly like your grandchild or your spouse is on the phone, and in big trouble.
And look, this isn't just some made-up, futuristic scenario. It is happening right now. Experts at places like Senior Planet are confirming that these aren't just random attacks. They're targeted. They're designed to pull at your heartstrings by impersonating the people you trust most in the world.
And here is the core strategy behind every single one of these scams. Panic. They want to create a sense of absolute panic. It could be a story about a car crash, a lost wallet, getting arrested. The story itself doesn't really matter. The goal is always to make you feel so scared and rushed that you act before you have even a second to think it through.
So if their whole game plan is to make you panic, how do you fight back? Well, you start by knowing exactly what to look for. Let's walk through the big red flags. Just take a look at this list. What's the common thread here? It's urgency, it's emergencies, it's high-pressure situations. They manufacture a crisis, and then, and this part is so important, they tell you to keep it a secret. Don't tell anyone. They do that to isolate you, so you can't check with someone else to see if the story is real.
Beyond all the checklists and the technical red flags, maybe the most powerful tool you have is your own gut feeling. Seriously. Our brains are really good at noticing when something is just not right. If a situation feels strange, or a voice on the phone sounds just a tiny bit off, listen to that feeling. Always trust it.
Okay, now we get to the most practical part of our explainer today, building your own safety toolkit. These are simple but incredibly powerful habits that will protect you from even the most sophisticated-sounding scams out there.
This three-step rule right here is your single best defense. First, and this is the most critical part, just stop. A scammer's only real power is the panic and rush they create. The moment you pause and hang up, you take all that power away. Second, call the person back using a number you already have for them. Never, ever use a number they give you. And third, ask a personal question that a computer could never, ever guess. Something like, hey, what was the name of our first dog? Or mention a silly inside joke.
So let's just boil it all down. Do be skeptical of any urgent request. Do verify who you're talking to. And on the flip side, don't ever act immediately just because you feel pressured. And don't ever share passwords or financial details over the phone or in a text based on a request that came out of the blue. This is really the bedrock of staying safe online.
Now, I want to be really clear about something. The goal of all this information is not to make you afraid of technology. Actually, it's the exact opposite. This knowledge is all about empowerment. It's about giving you the tools so that you can use the digital world with confidence, totally on your own terms.
I just love how this quote puts it.
The mission isn't about hiding from AI. It's about learning to traverse the modern AI-dominated world with purpose and confidence. See, when you understand the risks and you know how to handle them, you get the freedom to safely enjoy all the amazing benefits this technology has to offer.
So after everything we've talked about, what's the most important thing to take away from all this? It's simple. You are in control. You're in the driver's seat. The technology might seem complicated, but your best defense is incredibly simple. It's awareness, a healthy dose of skepticism, and just building that habit of always verifying before you act. Well, AI is here, and it's not going anywhere. It offers some truly incredible opportunities. With the right toolkit and a confident mindset, the question isn't whether we should be afraid of it. The real question is, how can we each use its power for good while staying perfectly safe? Thanks so much for tuning in.